Hey everybody, if you have been watching this last series of videos regarding getting to know theory on the fretboard via knowing the notes on the fretboard really well, then you might be interested in this video. What I want to talk about today is another one of the major benefits of being able to know the notes on the fretboard in an instant way, as we demonstrated in the last few videos. And one of those major benefits is being able to throw out your chord book. That's right. If you've ever seen those chord books that are very handy initially, contain a million different chords and 13 different ways to play each of those chords, you can get rid of it, because if you know what notes are in the chord you're looking for, you can literally customize your own way to play those chords. For example, if you pick up a typical chord book, you're probably going to find, say, 2 or 3 ways to play a C major 7. Now, if you know the notes of the C major 7 chord, you are in a position to be able to find your own ways to play this chord that the book may not actually show you. So let's take a look at this. A C major 7 chord contains the notes C, E, G, and B. The first, third, fifth, and 7th note of a C major scale. Now, if you know that bit of information, and you know the notes on the fretboard, this is what you're going to be able to do. C, E, G, and B. Okay, well, let's find a C. Here's one here. I like E. We'll put E there. Let's do B here, and we'll throw G over here. That's pretty cool. Another way to do this, we could do C here, E here, G. Oh, we could do G here. So C, E, G, and B. There's another way to play it. This is not uncommon, by the way. Nothing revolutionary about this shape. A lot of players know this one, which is a very mellow shape and very cool. But I'm not so sure that many players would know how to play it this way. Believe it or not, that it's the same chord. It has a totally different feel to it, largely because of the order in which I placed the notes. The root note is not on the bottom. I've got the third on the bottom, E. G, I got on the top. I've got B here on the 4th string, and the 3rd string contains the C. And I think what makes this one sound more unique and maybe darker is the fact that the B and the C rub. They're literally a half step. If they were on the same string, they would literally be 1 fret apart. But because I've got it on 2 consecutive strings, you get that frequency rub. But the point is that you can find your own way to play a lot of these chords. Here's one: C, E, G, and B. Right? Now, you can do this in the most ridiculous manner as well. C, G, E, B. For you virtuoso tapping types, you might find this one entertaining. The point is that it expands your ability to make your own versions of these chords. And let's face it, if you weren't a huge fan of this one, you might be really surprised that you actually do like this chord with that voicing, right? Or this one. It really depends what impression you get from each one of these voicings. And if you go strictly by using a chord book, you're going to be limited by how many of these inversions you're able to create. A book is only going to show you so many because they got a lot more chords to get to. So this is one of the reasons why learning the notes on the fretboard in a very thorough way that we've been demonstrating and have now 2 exercises to work on, this is why this is so important, because it allows you to not have to rely on other material necessarily, but use your knowledge of theory, a little bit of theory, right? And your thorough knowledge of the notes on the fretboard to kind of connect, merge, and create a lot more options for you. So that's all I really wanted to rap about in this particular video. I've got some more stuff coming up on this topic. Your questions and comments have been amazing over the last 4 or 5 videos, or is it 6 now? I don't know. And just like those videos, if you do have a comment, you know what to do. Leave it in the comment section, and I answer everything. So Have a good rest of the week, and I will see you in the next one.